Today I'm at Miller Motor Cars in Greenwich, Connecticut to check out 6 Ferrari LaFerraris. I honestly can't believe they have this many LaFerraris at the same time, so let's go check them out. So here we are downstairs in the Ferrari showroom with 1, 2, 3, 4 LaFerraris. The 5th one is over here, and the 6th one is upstairs, so we'll check that out shortly. But let's first take a look at these 5 beautiful LaFerraris. So the LaFerrari is a plug-in hybrid hypercar, and it was actually Ferrari's first ever production car to be equipped with the F1-derived hybrid system. LaFerrari means the Ferrari in Italian and some other Romance languages, in the sense that it is the definitive Ferrari. Launched in 2013, the LaFerrari was limited to 499 units, and all of them were pre-ordered before the reveal. A few years later, in 2016, Ferrari revealed the LaFerrari Aperta, a convertible LaFerrari with just 210 units being made, 200 of which went to customers, and unsurprisingly, all 200 units were already pre-sold to customers via invitation. 9 of them were reserved for the Ferrari 70th anniversary celebrations, and 1 of them was auctioned for charity. The auctioned vehicle secured $10 million to assist Save the Children, an international youth education charity. The LaFerrari started at roughly $1.5 million, and now they go for $3.5 million and up. The Aperta started at a reported $2 million, and now those go for roughly $5 million. The LaFerrari has a 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine that makes 789 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and revs another 250 RPM beyond that, as well as 516 pound-feet of torque at 6,750 RPM. The engine gets a 161 horsepower boost from an electric motor for a grand total output of 950 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. This car can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds and top out above 217 miles per hour. In 2020, someone actually drove this car on the Autobahn and hit a whopping 231 miles per hour. The LaFerrari features cutting-edge technology, such as a kinetic energy recovery system, which allows for short bursts of power and was inspired by a similar system used in Formula One cars. It also benefits from an active aero system for increased downforce. With a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 2 seconds flat and 986 horsepower, the new SF90 Stradale is more powerful and quicker than the LaFerrari, but I'll always prefer the LaFerrari. The SF90 Stradale is significantly more affordable than the LaFerrari, considering it has a starting price of $507,000, and as we discussed, the LaFerrari goes for roughly $3.5 million and up now, but I'll always prefer the LaFerrari because of the looks. It's both gorgeous and aggressive looking. Simply put, this car has a wow factor that's hard to compete with, and every time I see one at a car show, my jaw drops and I instantly run towards it. So now let's discuss the specs of these cars. So it looks like this one is finished in Grigio Silverstone, which is a metallic gloss gray, with gloss gray wheels, red brake calipers, this interesting and I would assume aftermarket LaFerrari sticker on the side of the car. You've got red pinstriping on the side skirts and on the front splitter. You've also got that pinstriping on the carbon fiber mirrors. Over here, and on the rear diffuser. As you would expect, there's tons of gloss carbon fiber at the front, the mirrors, the entire roof, the side skirts, the rear diffuser, and in the engine bay. You've also got a little gloss carbon fiber piece at the front there. This spec isn't my favorite, but it does look pretty good, and it looks like the interior is in Nero and charcoal. This LaFerrari is finished in blue Tour de France with a bright red leather interior and silver wheels. I've actually seen this LaFerrari before at the beginning of 2020. It was at an event hosted by Miller Motor Cars, so it's really good to see it again today with 5 other LaFerraris. At all the LaFerraris I've seen since this car first came out, I'd say this one is my favorite. I absolutely love blue, and blue Tour de France is one of the best blues I've ever seen. I hope to also see one in blue Electrico, but I won't hold my breath. I'm so used to seeing them in Rosso Corsa, so seeing them in other colors like blue and even matte silver and black is such a breath of fresh air. If you guys think this spec is bold, just look up Jake Hayes' former LaFerrari, which is finished in signal green. This one actually has slightly less exposed carbon fiber than the gray one we were just checking out. You've got the exposed carbon piece in the front and at the front splitter here, but the mirrors and the roof are actually painted in the body color, and I think it looks amazing. The side skirts and the rear diffuser are still in exposed carbon fiber though. This 2015 LaFerrari is finished in Rosso Corsa, and it has just 951 miles on it. What I like about this one is that it has a red leather interior, just like this one does. It looks much better than a Nero interior, and this one actually has satin carbon fiber on the interior, which looks really cool. On the exterior, it's got glossy carbon fiber and gloss black wheels with carbon fiber center caps and yellow brake calipers. This roof isn't the body color, and it isn't exposed carbon fiber. It's actually painted in solid black. On the LaFerrari, do you guys prefer a black roof, a carbon fiber roof, or a body color roof? Unlike the blue example, this one has satin carbon fiber in the engine bay. Next up, we've got the LaFerrari Aperta, painted in Nero Daytona, or metallic black, with satin gray wheels and carbon fiber center caps, with red brake calipers and red pinstriping. I really love the red accents on the hood and outlining the front splitter. This is a 70th anniversary edition car, as you can tell by the 1947 to 2017 badge. And that red stripe continues at the back, outlining the engine bay, which does have glossy carbon fiber with a red stripe on it. And as you would expect, the rear diffuser is outlined in red as well. The last LaFerrari down here is finished in Aluminio Opaco, or matte aluminum. It's basically matte silver. It looks really cool in person. It's a pretty bold choice compared to, let's say, a black LaFerrari or the gloss gray. This one definitely stands out a bit more, and I absolutely love it. This is actually my first time seeing a LaFerrari in this color, but not my first time seeing this color. So I've actually seen this color on a 488 Pista and an F12 Berlinetta, so it's really cool to see it on a LaFerrari today. This example is loaded with satin exposed carbon fiber. As you can see at the front, this little piece right here, it's pretty much all the same exposed carbon parts as we saw on the gloss gray example, but here it's just satin. I think it looks really cool. And it goes so well with the matte paint. And just like the red example over there, you've got a satin carbon fiber engine bay. Because this paint color speaks for itself, we've got satin black wheels and black brake calipers with carbon fiber center caps. And the interior is finished in Nero Alcantara. So before I ask you which LaFerrari is your favorite, let's head upstairs and check out the 6th one. But quickly, I want to check out this unique unique 812 Superfast and that Tailor Made 488 Pista. What I first noticed about this 812 is that it has no Scuderia shields. So as we know, Scuderia shields are an option. They cost roughly $1,400, so the owner of this car opted to not have Scuderia shields. And I think it looks really good. It gives the car a very clean, elegant look. At first I thought this color was Argento Nürburgring, but the more I look at it, it looks like Grigio alloy because you can kind of see a baby blue tint, but I'm not totally sure. But nonetheless, it looks stunning with the blue stripe and silver wheels. This light colored leather interior with blue accents is absolutely gorgeous. This spec is just so beautiful. Here is a very unique car, a tailor-made Nart Tribute Ferrari 488 Pista. So you may or may not have heard of Nart, the North American racing team, and there was actually a special Nart stripe available on the 458 Speciale, and that's what this car pays tribute to. So the stripe was blue in the middle with white on the sides, just like we see here. So this is a one-off special build finished in a Maserati color called Rosso Magma. This color looks incredible. It has a jeans onde blue interior. It's also got the full exterior carbon fiber package, matte carbon fiber interior trim, and a carbon fiber engine bay with F1 signatures. How cool is that? It's also got the super expensive carbon fiber wheels and an American flag next to the engine bay. Now a build this special definitely isn't cheap. This one's listed for just under $800,000, $789,900 to be exact. Now, if this wasn't a tailor-made build and it was just a regular Pista, it'd probably sell for around $500,000. And here's the sixth and final LaFerrari. This one's a 2014 example finished in the triple layer pearl white Bianco Fuji paint color that I absolutely adore. I mean, just look how amazing this paint color is. It's really one of a kind and you rarely ever see it. I've actually seen this LaFerrari, I believe, twice before, once at a car show and once at this dealership back in July when it was sitting downstairs. With a white exterior and a black interior, this spec isn't very colorful, but I still love it. So now that we've checked out all 6 LaFerraris, I want you guys to comment which one is your favorite. Inside the McLaren showroom, we've got the amethyst black McLaren Senna, and a supernova silver McLaren P1. This is considered an elite paint color and it costs $10,850. I didn't think I'd be wowed by this color, but honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, this is a super bright and shiny and sparkly silver, especially with the light shining on it and it's dark outside. You could really see how amazing this paint color really is, and it suits the P1 so well. It really highlights the curves. Just like the LaFerrari, the P1 is a plug-in hybrid hypercar, but it's actually more rare than the LaFerrari. So only 375 P1s were built, whereas 499 LaFerraris were built. The P1 has a 3.8-liter, 727 horsepower V8 engine paired with a 177 horsepower electric motor, hydro-pneumatic suspension, electro-hydraulically assisted steering, and a rear wing that extends almost 12 inches. The P1 may be more rare than the LaFerrari, but with 903 horsepower, it's less powerful than the LaFerrari. As you can tell by the buttons on the steering wheel, the P1 has a drag reduction system and an instant power assist system. system. These Formula One derived technologies offer an increase in straight line speed and an instant boost of power. This car reaches 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds and will hit 186 miles per hour in 16.5 seconds. The top speed is electronically limited to 217 miles per hour, and a fast-shifting 7-speed dual-clutch transmission helps direct all the power to the rear wheels. A surprising feature is that this car can be driven solely in electric mode, so in city driving with an average speed of 30 miles per hour, this could mean up to a 12-mile range. To rein in the power produced by the twin power plants, the P1 is designed to offer braking performance more associated with a GT3 or sports racing car. Developed by McLaren's Formula One partner, Akebono, the system features a new type of carbon ceramic disc which has previously seen service in space but never before used on a road car. Stronger than conventional carbon ceramic, the material dissipates heat more effectively, giving the highly efficient braking system exceptional stopping and cooling capability. The system also has significantly reduced weight, and a bespoke ceramic layer coats both friction surfaces to give an attractive mirrored finish. When new, this car started at $1,150,000, and with all the options that this one has, the total came to $1,172,767, but now in 2021 they're asking $1,795,000 for it. So buying one of these in 2015 was definitely a good investment. This specific car has just under $7,000 in McLaren special operations options, so that includes MSO wider drivers and passenger seat, MSO contrast stitch on the seats in orange, MSO speed mark embroidered on the headrests in orange, and the MSO stitch on steering wheel in orange. Also in the showroom is a black 720S, a black 688 MSO High Sport, and a 650S Le Mans in Tarocco orange. This car is listed for $299,000, and last but not least, we've got the 765 LT Coupe. They're asking just under $480,000 for this car, which is over $100,000 more than the original retail price. So that was my visit to Miller Motor Cars in Greenwich, Connecticut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.